Hey, thanks for tuning in. We have another question. This question is from Jackson. He's asking, how many long snappers get recruited each year? And what he's saying is, is the long snapper position actually that coveted to a college coach? And here's the answer for that. Long snappers, there isn't an official position for a long snapper. We have cornerbacks, we have quarterbacks, running backs, offensive tackles, centers, but there's no actual long snapper. A lot of the long snapper type players, linebackers, somewhat athletic, but they can block as well because they're down there in the middle. Are they really recruited for? I would say not really. But don't get me wrong, a player on my college team, he was recruited as a snapper. His coach in high school, contacted our coach in college, and he said, "Hey, I got this kid. He's real good. He's real fluent at long snapping. So he would be a great asset to your special teams." And that's what long snappers is. It's kind of it's a niche position. You don't really get drafted to be a long snapper, but you get drafted as an athlete, which everybody knows you're a long snapper. So yeah, if you're good at long snapping, that's great because there's not that many people who actually go out in their free time and practice on long snapping. Everybody in high school wants to either score touchdowns or make tackles, but who really wants to get out there and put those hours in and time in to be a good long snapper? Being a good long snapper can get you a free education, definitely. Don't get me wrong, but being a long snapper, it might you might limit yourself. So I would say develop yourself as a different type of position. But if you feel you're great at long snapping and people recognize that you're good at long snapping, then go for it. Market yourself to colleges like that. You can find a college will put you on scholarship if you're good at long snapping. I'll tell you that straight up. They'll be happy to have you on the squad. You'll probably play for 3-4 years straight. And you might get a look at the NFL because you're a good long snapper. You see in NFL games that if the snap isn't right, the hold isn't right, then the kick probably won't go in. So it's a coveted position. So if your skills are up there in long snapping, go for it. It's a good position to be good at. The running backs come a dime a dozen. You run 1,000 yards, you score 30 touchdowns, but hey, not too many people go out there and can really consistently long snap. So yeah, take that in stride. Go for it. I'm pulling for you. Long snappers is not really a position, but there's money for it. You can get a free education off being a long snapper. Thanks for sending in the question. Feel free to send in more questions, and feel free to retweet this and Facebook post this on all your sites, and have a good one.